The tribal areas in Pakistan at the border to Afghanistan are of imminent importance for the European security and as well for the stability in Asia and on this globe. It's an area where still are activities and training of international active terrorism. Taliban are equipped and trained there, who fight NATO forces in Afghanistan. And it's an area where the increased suicide attacks are planned in Pakistan. Therefore, we have to attract this area, we have to find solutions. And we know it's all interconnected with the war in Afghanistan. Before this, the tribal areas, the so-called FATA, were peaceful. But since the long-time war, since 1979, there was a permanent influence from Afghanistan and vice versa with the Mujahideen and also Al-Qaeda. The plan we are discussing and proposing is a Gulf Cooperation Council EU FATA Friendship Fund, which will be funded with 500 million euro each from the Gulf states and from European countries and the EU. It should be invested according to the wish list of the tribes in the development. First, to fight high unemployment with the 60% of the young people living there, to give them the opportunity to work. Second, to fight the low education level, to get better education, to equip the schools, to train the teachers. And third, to build the infrastructure, like roads to connect the villages, to build up agriculture, maybe to use the minerals and coal which would give this area a future. We see that the American administration is basically, after such a long time of 8 years after the invasion, now it's the 8th year after the invasion in Afghanistan after 9/11, has agreed on a package of $750 million US, but no dollar has reached the tribal areas yet. So it's the tribal areas have seen disinterest from the US, from the European side for too long. And now the tribal areas have to get a quick results in progress. The main idea is to separate the majority of peaceful tribal people from the very few radicals. Our estimations are that less than 1% of the 3.5 million people living there are fighting, belong to the Taliban, and that a majority of 83% are against jihad as armed conflict. So these people are no radicals, they are conservative, they stick to their religion of peace, to Islam, and we have to find ways to incentivize them to isolate the radical forces in their own interest.